Hey y'all, this is the People's Finder podcast by Mera Berimo. Illuminate that which is hidden within you. Hey loves, welcome back to the People's Finder podcast. And today it's episode 10. I am so excited for episode 10. Honestly, I'm so proud of myself. The consistency was good and it was just been amazing. And we're back with another episode. How have you been, guys? Hope you guys have been amazing. It's April. We're getting to the middle of the year and it's literally so I don't know, overwhelming. I just feel like it has gone by so fast. But I love this year so far. But anyway, guys, for me, I've been amazing. I've just been chilling, nothing much. But next week there will be a lot going on in my life. I have exam and also have an event to attend, a big event to attend. So I'm excited about that. Today I just wanted to come here and talk about a topic that I feel like will help one, two, three people because I also go through this and this channel we literally just speak our mind and share our thoughts, especially us being in our early 20s and maybe late teens. If you're in the late teens and you listen to me, I think it's very important because sometimes we just end up like suffering so much, and we can prevent those situations. Anyway, so today I want to talk about being in our head way too much. Being in your head way too much is just not safe. It's just toxic. It's a lot of toxic things that we end up saying about ourselves, saying about others, saying about the world, and then we just end up making the world be this dark place when we can just reverse that and create a world where it's so peaceful, where it's so positive, where things are just good and amazing. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. And then what I just realized is that we, majority of the time, end up being the worst enemy of ourselves. You know that quote that says you're your worst enemies. But honestly, it's so true. It's how you handle situations. Maybe right now I've improved, but when you look back, maybe even in your life, like the past, where you just took things too hard, you took things very seriously, and you ended up just hurting yourself. But when you change those situations and make them, a little bit fun and being that it's not that serious, it's never that serious, I'm just gonna be happy and gonna do my thing, life becomes so much easier. So don't be your own kidnapper because most of the time it's just in our head and we forget that our mind literally will think what you want to think. So if you change that mindset, even if you're in your head, your mindset is gonna be so positive and you're gonna be a little bit more happy. I have 3 reasons why I think we are always in our head and we need to work on those reasons. Just 3, but I think those 3 are very, very impactful. The first reason is we have unhealthy belief about ourselves. You are insecure, you tell yourself you're not good enough or you're not pretty enough, you just pity yourself. Like we create that dark space for ourselves and we hold ourselves hostage because of just negative thoughts. I have an example. Do you guys have you guys ever met someone who always talks about the bad thing that happened to them in their childhood every time, and then it ends up to be their whole personality? I understand it's so bad to go through something, and we need to heal, and you need to talk about it so that we can all hear about that situation, and we can all help each other when it comes to that situation. But you making that your whole personality, you going anywhere and bring it up in every place. I believe that when you do that, when you pity yourself so much, you create that room for yourself and you will never heal. We can have 2 people who have like the same situation going on in their life. They all went through this hard situation, but one of them chooses to handle it so well, chooses to heal and not take it seriously and just like move on with their life. And then you have this other one always thinking about it, always pitying themselves, always crying. The one who pities themselves will be depressed so much and they won't even like move on from it. So you're the one who chooses your own reality, decide what you want to move on from now and just change your perspective about life. Honestly, try to be happy, try to move on. Don't pity yourself. It's all about mindset. Number 2 reason why I feel like we are usually in our head way too much is because we have unhealthy belief about other people. We have created so much expectations of other people and how they act and how they should act. You have to realize that people don't owe you anything. Don't create expectations of other people. And I talked about this in the last episode, where you have like this mindset that this person is to act this type of way so that you can love them. No, let people come to you the way they are. If they don't like you, it's fine. If they like you, it's fine. But don't let that situation change anything that you have with yourself. Do you love yourself? Do you give yourself like all the love in the world? I know it's easier said than done, but we can try our best, honestly. When you give other people power over you, then you're done. Like anything they say, you'll be heartbroken. How they think, you'll be heartbroken. But first of all, know who you are. That is why it's very important to work on yourself and to just find who you are and be peace with who you are. The other third unhealthy belief that we have is unhealthy belief about the world. Most of us expect the world to give us things in return. The world owes you nothing. It will never owe you anything. And if you get good things, be grateful for that. But don't be like, oh, I'm working so hard, so I expect the world to give me $1 million. If you live with those expectations that you have to receive something because you've done something, then you're going to be heartbroken in every failing thing that you get in this life. You have to be just strong with yourself, being like, okay, if it doesn't work for me, it's fine. I'm not gonna be in my head. I'm not gonna pity myself. I'm gonna move away from that situation and be like, okay, that wasn't meant for me, or I'm gonna try again and see what's gonna happen. But don't be like, oh, I'm mad at the world because it doesn't give me this, even if I work hard. Oh, I'm mad, I don't have connections to give me job. You're pitting yourself, you're becoming a victim over yourself. Never be a victim. Even if it doesn't work good for you, put your head high and be like, okay, whatever. It doesn't work, it's fine. And I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna just pray for it. And we see, I'm not gonna give up. But the world owes you nothing. God owes you nothing. He doesn't owe you anything. So you have to put that in mind. I mean, have hope. Hope is very important in this life. Have hope. Pray for things. When we're in our head way too much, it really prevents us from even chasing our dreams, our goals, trying that new thing that you said you'd try, because you're always scared. You're always scared because your thoughts is telling you you're gonna fail. What is time to change your perspective on things? Try to live so positive. Try to change the way you think and just surround yourself with positivity. Allow yourself to know that you are a winner and not a loser. Have you ever noticed when you find yourself like having a project that you want to achieve or something that you want to achieve in life, and then you end up just planning the whole time? Like, you are a planner but not a doer. We have all had those situations. Even this podcast that I'm doing, honestly, before even I did this, like, I was doubting myself. I was like, oh, maybe I need a good camera. I need a good microphone. I was just like telling myself all these thoughts in my mind, but do I really need those things? So I realized that I was being in my head and I was self-sabotaging myself. And self-sabotaging yourself is part of you being in your mind way too much. And you have to tap out of that so that you can go and make those achievements that you want to do. Doing is what matters. I don't want you to tell me that you have a 50-page business plan. Yes, you have those, but does it matter? For me, it doesn't matter. Like, you can have 50, but you're not doing anything with them. Inaweza tu baki hapo kwa laptop forever. Planning is motion and no progress. Keep that in mind. It's also like me. I love watching podcasts. A lot of ladies really love watching podcasts, self-help podcasts, things like that. It's like watching podcasts and then going out there and treating yourself very rudely, allowing people to disrespect you, and also you disrespecting others. It's like, what did those podcasts add to you? Nothing. You have to go out there and experiment with what you learn. Stop putting things for yourself. Stop sabotaging yourself. Go out there and do them. You're reading business book, but you're not doing anything. You have read 10 business books, but you're not putting them into action. What are you waiting for? That's again being in your head and sabotaging yourself. And also, I think I'm gonna do an episode about self-sabotaging. I think that will be a very nice topic to talk about, because we all do that and we have literally to get out of that situation. Stop talking, stop yapping, stop telling people your plans. Just do it. Let them see it. Let them see your progress. Let them see what you're doing. Don't just talk and talk and talk. And also, don't try to escape anything. Maybe you're trying to start a business and you are scared of starting it because you fear what other people will think, especially our age, guys. We feel as if we are judged in everything that we do, but people who have big businesses fail 1, 2, 3 times. They did fail. So don't think that you're alone. Let them talk. Let them be like, oh, we failed. Oh, you. But think positively. Be like, you know what? This is a learning process for me. I'm going to be bigger and I'm going to be better one day. This is just a learning process for me. So never be scared to start a business. Never be scared to post your work because you're scared of other people, what other people will think. That's just you being in your head and letting unhealthy beliefs about other people feed you. And I would really want you to think about the unhealthy beliefs that you have with yourself that you need to change. I also want you to think about unhealthy beliefs that you have about others that you have to change. And I want you also to think about unhealthy belief about the world that you have to change. Just take a paper, write 3 sections, write them all there and write down and say that I'm gonna change in this way. I wanna see the world in this way. I wanna see people in this way. And I want you to be very positive when you write that. So yeah. Also I have quote before I go. This quote says that the first quote, I have 2 quotes. Perfectionism is a mask that we wear when we are afraid of failure. So stop playing to yourself that, oh, I want it to be perfect. You're just scared. You're scared to fail. So never be scared to fail. All of us have failed. There's nobody who always passes everything. All of us have failed. And that's the beauty of life. You fail, you get back and you try other things. And then you have another one. Says that clarity comes from engagement. It does not come from thought. So don't be in your thought way too much. Go out there and make it happen. And you will get the clarity that you want. Right now you're confused. You're like, oh, I don't know which path I want to go. Do something. Just go do something. And during that process of doing something, you'll be like, oh, okay, I think I'm very clear with what I want now. So yeah, so stop being in your head too much. Go out there and just win. Go out there and change the world. I know it's easier said than done. I'm also in that situation. And the hardest thing about being a podcaster is sometimes you say something that you're also dealing with. I'm also dealing with some of these things, and I think I wanna work so hard to improve them, and I want you to also work so hard to improve them. And yeah, there is always someone who has to say them, even if we are all struggling. Kuna tu mtu, and that's me. And yeah, so never think that I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm like literally trying each day. I'm fighting my thoughts. Literally, I'm trying to change how I think. Also, if you're having a very hard time about what other people think, I want you to have this in mind. Ideas are cheap unless it is done. Right now, they say it as stupid. Oh, it's not gonna work. But when it works, everybody will come and be like, oh, I want a piece of it. Oh, this was good. Everyone will congratulate it. So don't have expectations about other people. Just do you. You know what you're chasing. You know what you're working hard for. And I wish you all the best. And I wish you all the success the world has to offer. And also don't forget to pray and just be hopeful because we are serving a merciful God. Okay? Period. Thank you guys for listening to episode 10. See you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to share with someone who needs to hear these. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, see you guys in the next episode. Bye.